Imagine this. You are 50 years old and the year is 2050. You've been out of high school and living your life for the past 30 years. One day you go to the grocery store and boom, there's no food in the store. You go to the next store and it's the same thing. There's no food in the store. The world has run out of food and you have to fend for yourself. This may seem like a made-up story, which it is. However, it could very easily become true. In a report from the Global Citizen in 2017, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization estimated that the world's demand for food will surpass the supply that can be generated by the year 2050. It may seem fake, but this issue is a lot more serious than what people think. If we want to avoid this situation, farmers across the world will have to start and continue to grow genetically modified crops. Today, I will be talking about why we need to grow GMO crops. I will then discuss how genetically modified crops are just as healthy for you as regular crops are. I will end by explaining the practicality of farming GMOs, all of which I am credible to tell you because I have been around farming my entire life and have done the research needed to fully understand GMOs. Let's first start by talking about why the demand for food is going to increase exponentially within the next few decades. The world's population is going to rise much faster than what regular crops could produce within the coming years. In an article published in 2017 from the Global Citizen titled, The World May Run Out of Food in the Next Decade, Tess Sogning talked about how the World Food and Agriculture Organization predicts that there will be over 9.1 billion people in the world by 2050. This is far over what our current farmers can produce for. If farmers were to plant genetically modified crops, they can increase their yield significantly. This is due to modified crops producing way more than regular crops. And you can also protect modified crops from things like weeds and insects much easier than regular crops. The amount of farmable land in the world is also not going to increase, so we need to focus on increasing our yield with the land that we do have. Now, many people believe that genetically modifying crops, that by eating them we will cause harm to our health. This is just not true. GMO crops have the same exact health benefits as regular crops. Numerous studies have been concluded that GMO crops do not have a bad effect on your health. Based on an article written in 2013 by Aviva Pats titled Which Internet Food Rumors Are True, it states that GMOs have not been linked to any health issues within the last 10 years. The only problem with GMOs is that people assume that since it's not 100% natural, that it's not good for your body. When in reality, all that happens with GMOs is that these seeds are genetically modified and inserted genes that increase the yield of the crop. They also insert the ability to be resistant to certain chemicals, which makes farming easier and way more reliable. Along with saving the world from starvation, there's an added benefit for farmers alone to grow GMOs. Farming GMOs increase practicality in farming while reducing stress and the loss of money. When you plant GMO crops, you can protect them from things like weeds and insects in ways you couldn't traditional crops. Farmers can spray chemical over the entire field that kills all the vegetation and weeds except the crop. The same thing can be done for insects. You also may be thinking that by eating these plants that you are ingesting these chemicals. Well, the answer is no. The chemicals sprayed in the crops are broken down and washed out well before they get to your plate. When I asked David Broughton, a lifelong farmer in the Kindred area, about how farming would be without GMOs, he responded, "It would be horrible. You couldn't use things like Roundup and pesticides. Yields would go down due to all the crap you couldn't protect crops from." He also mentioned how stressful farming would be when you worry about how to keep your crops in good condition. Farmers would not only be more stressed, but they would also lose more money. Many farmers already have enough trouble keeping in business, and without the added benefits of GMOs, the nation would run out of farmers. Today I have covered a wide range of discussion on GMOs, ranging from health benefits to the increasing world demand of food and how it makes life easier for farmers. Genetically modified crops have only been around for a couple of decades, and they have been getting better and better every day. They are a necessity in the world, and the faster we support them, the better they will be in the coming years. Let us all get behind farmers and buy GMO food products in order to secure a better future for our world. You never know when your nearest grocery store could run out of food one day. As David Broughton put it, there will always be mouths to feed in the world.